Okay, guys, guess we have to talk about last night, don't we? What happened over in Belfast? Well, I think we all knew it was coming, and if it was going to kick off anywhere, it would kick off in Belfast. Ulster's got a long record of taking no shit from anyone. They do stand up for their rights, don't they? They're a bit more proactive, if you like, than those of us over on the mainland. Perhaps those men in Ulster showing us a course of action. I don't know. You'll have to make up your own minds on that. What was it about? Well, that knife attack in, where was it? Kennard Avenue, North Belfast, Monday night, 8th of June. Man in his 40s suffered real serious injuries, didn't he? His eyes, his face, his back. Some reports say that he was blinded. I don't know. I do know he's still critical and in a medically induced coma whilst they work on the severe damages done to his face and body. Brave Irishman leapt in, didn't he? I think he was a Catholic. One of them hurling sticks they use. That's a tough sport. Anyhow, the guy who did it, carried out this horrific attack, shouldn't have even been in our country. And yet our government gave him the right to remain for 5 years. 30 years old, Sudanese man. He's been charged with attempted murder, possession of bladed article in public. Who else carries bladed articles in public? Oh, yeah, Sikhs. And threats to kill. Anyhow, he's on in court today, Wednesday, 10th of June. Be interesting to see if there's any protests outside that court. PSNI. They said they're not seeking anyone else in connection with the attack, and they had no information suggesting it was terrorism related. Well, they always say that, don't they? I'm just waiting for them to say it was a mental problem. So what happened then? Well, yeah, last night happened, didn't it? Protests in Belfast turned into what the police called serious disorder. Reports say vehicles were burned. Well, we've seen them burning, didn't we? I seen the images or the videos of the bus burning. Saw numerous cars burning. Saw a car being set ablaze, driven into a charity shop that raised money for Africa. Police had to get their armoured vehicles out. Reminded me of the old days when I was out there between 69 and 76. Those protesters seemed really organised, I've got to be honest. Really organised. I mean, they were dressed for the occasion. They were all dressed in black, wasn't they? Wonder where those girls were last night. They've got masks around their neck. I've told them COVID was a scam. Oh well, if they want to dress in black, that's up to them. Yeah. Homes being attacked. Residents being evacuated. Businesses owned by minorities, shall we say. They were targeted. HMOs apparently were burnt. Don't know how many. Seen quite a few residential homes on fire. by all accounts, and I have this on pretty good authority, some residents of Belfast, innocent residents, indigenous population, call them that, their homes were mistakenly attacked because the protesters, rioters, mistook them for the homes of people they didn't think should be in Ulster, Northern Ireland. Thinking back to the old days, those people who were mistakenly driven out of their homes will be reimbursed. They will be looked after. Men of Ulster know if they make a mistake, they got to rectify it, and I'm sure they'll rectify the mistakes they made last night. The HMOs destroyed. Well, the people who lived in them been evacuated. I wonder where they'll go to, where they'll send them to. They're not going to want to stay in Ulster, are they? From my perspective, those attacks carried out by the men in black, call them the men in black, they were well organised. They knew their targets, they knew what they were doing, they knew which roads to close, didn't they? They knew how to stretch the resources of the police service of Northern Ireland, that's for sure. They had them running around everywhere. Of course, they've got a long history of resisting a government. Clearly those lessons from the past haven't been forgotten, or they've been passed down from fathers to sons. All the guys carrying out the attacks were dressed in black, wearing masks. Although there were a lot of, if you like, call them civilians, protesting with their faces uncovered, wearing distinctive clothing. You can bet they were caught on camera if they were doing something considered illegal by our government. They will be arrested and they will face long terms in jail. You know, you have to dress for the occasion, don't you? I should talk to the girls in the back there. They know how to dress for every occasion. Anyhow, should we have a go look at what one of the newspapers said? Stand by, pause ball. Oh, this is over on Reuters. Home set alight in Belfast anti-immigrant protests after brutal knife attack. Some action going on there. Suspect charged with attempted murder. He's on in court today. What's the summary? Reuters are saying mass youths attack homes, burn cars in Belfast. Violence comes after Sudanese man charged with attempted murder. Man in his 40s in serious condition in hospital, police say. Political leaders call for calm. Call for calm. I don't condone any violence, obviously. But I can't condemn those men who took to the streets last night, objecting to the colonisation of their country, protesting that their government, our government, doesn't listen to them, ignores their wishes. They didn't want these people coming into their city, taking their homes, increasing the burden on public services such as the schools, the NHS. They weren't asked if they wanted these newcomers, their replacers, to be occupied in Belfast. They didn't ask, but they got it. Yeah, so one can understand why they might be angry. Writers are saying that these masked men burnt families out of their homes. They did. Said it was anti-immigrant violence. It was. They were angry. It wasn't just the fact that a Belfast man suffered an horrific attack. This was an accumulation of attacks across not just Ulster, but also in the Republic of Ireland. I never thought I'd see the day when people, Catholics from the Republic of Ireland, would drive up over the border to support the Loyalists in Belfast. I never saw that. Never saw that come in. Not once in my life did I ever think I'd ever see that happen. And then there were scenes last night from, what was it, around the Ardoyne, the Shankill, Sandy Row, of Catholics standing in solidarity with the protesters. Strange how it took something like this to unite both sides. Something I'm pleased to see. But who's trying to keep them apart? Well, Sinn Féin are, aren't they? I'll see if I can find a clip of the Sinn Féin mayor and some of the prominent politicians in Northern Ireland. They still pushing the same old narrative. Diversity is good, to be welcomed, yeah. Well, that story's not working out very well for them, is it? Reuters is saying that there were hundreds of protesters, many with their faces covered. They attacked police and burnt vehicles in a number of locations. Yeah, this wasn't a serious attacks by the Patriots of Ulster, was it? Not serious at all. This was a warning shot. Stop it. Stop sending these third world people to our country, to their wee country. They love it. They're not going to take it. Yeah. You can bet Starmer and the global political elite are bricking it today, looking at the videos from last night. Yeah. It was a broadcast by the BBC showed police helping a family escape from a burning house. What did O'Neill say? There can be no excuse and no justification for these attacks tonight. Well, some people would say there's every justification. You're replacing the indigenous population of Northern Ireland with people from a third world who share nothing with the culture of Ulster, or the Republic of Ireland, or even the United Kingdom. They are not like us. They are different. To be truthful, they hate us. What else did O'Neill say? Groups of masked men burning families out of their homes is nothing less than disgusting cowardice. Well, if protecting your identity is cowardice, by the same token you could say that police wearing stab-proof vests is cowardice. To me, if you're going to go out and do something silly, and I'm not saying you should, in fact I'm saying the opposite, don't go and do anything silly. It's naughty. Yeah. The government doesn't like it when you protest too strongly. Keir Starmer said that the attack that provoked these protests was sickening. Yeah, I bet he feels sick today. The British people and the people in the Republic of Ireland are sickened by what is happening day after day after day. They're sick of arrests and seeing people locked up for making posts complaining about it. We were pretty lucky last night. We had, I think one of Ulster's, if not Ulster's best YouTuber out there, Freedom Dad, dropping into our channel as often as he could, giving us reports from around Belfast. Originally he'd intended to go live, but if you like, the men in black controlling the streets forbid those with cameras not to use them. In fact, there's reports of men attempting to video what was happening, the auditors attempting to video, having their cameras taken from them and destroyed. They didn't wish any of their supporters carrying out these attacks to be identified. So you can understand that. Freedom Dad, fortunately, because he's well known in that part of the world, was able to move fairly freely around Belfast, and so we gave regular reports on what was happening. They don't listen to they. The British people keep saying no, and Starmer and the political elite, controlled from those people up above, they just keep flooding our countries with people we don't want, people who abuse our daughters, attack our men, attack our children. All the videos are out there, all the videos. I see some YouTube channels have had their videos taken down for reporting the way I'm reporting. I think it'll only be a matter of time before they come for this channel and close it down. What will I do then? I'll go join the local Restore Britain branch, become an activist. Don't think I'd open up another channel. What are they saying here? Vehicles burnt across the city. They were well organised. This has been planned for some time. This was not spontaneous. It must have been planned. BBC says a crowd of 100 men. I think they were, what I saw all over Belfast, there must have been about 1,000 men involved. People are leaving their homes. Pastor Jack McGee told the BBC they're getting out just because they're black. Well, it wasn't just blacks, was it? It was Asians, everyone. Yeah, the political parties condemned the attack on that Belfast man who suffered those horrific injuries. They said it was horrific, but they won't do nothing to stop future attacks, will they? Well, if they won't stop those attacks, I think there's people in Ulster who will. Anyhow, let's go and see if I can find anything what that crazy bitch, who's the mayor of Belfast, has to say. I'll go have a look. Pause, Paul. This is the crazy mayor of Belfast. She added, "Diversity enriches our city and the lives of all of our citizens, and I will champion that diversity. In this year, I will reach out the hand of friendship and do my best to help build a future we can all be proud of, a future built on the foundation of a rights-based society." Yeah, those rights don't include, though, the people of Ulster, does it? It's the people she's importing. She's the Sinn Féin mayor. They're global Marxists. Marxists, as you know, are totally brain dead. They care nothing for the people of Ulster. They've got a wet dream of a mud-coloured world where we all sit around campfires and sing Kumbaya. Let's carry on. This is from Paul Joseph Watson.
We're very lucky in this community. We're a very welcoming community, and we wrap our arms around each other and also anyone that moves into the area. So for me, I think it's just making sure that those people who are coming from countries where they face a lot of difficulty are having that support, but also that they feel that they can integrate it.
Yeah, that aged like milk. She said diversity will be at the heart of her message over the coming year. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, what do you think? What do you think? I was going to show you some more clips of Sinn Féin, traitor politicians, global Marxists. They're the ones trying to keep the Catholics and the Protestants at each other's throats in Belfast, in Ireland in general, north and south. They need the conflict between the Catholics and the Protestants to secure their own positions. They need a continued division between the two communities, but it's not working. The Catholics and the Protestants in Belfast showed that last night. They're coming together. Oh well, guys, I think that's all I've got for you. I might be going live later on if there's any breaking stories. Probably will if I hear anything about that court case. Want to send a big shout out to Freedom Dad for what he did last night. People of Ireland, people of Ulster, Northern Ireland, should listen to Freedom Dad. Yeah, he's a good man. Okay, guys, you've been listening to Paul Morris, The Green Arrow. See you on the next one. I'm bound to have forgot something.